Rejection, one of the inevitable experiences we all face in life. It can manifest in many ways: a failed exam, being turned down for a job, or having our ideas dismissed. But from a Stoic perspective, rejection is not an obstacle but an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing rejection as something to avoid or fear, we can view it as a tool to shape our character, build resilience, and refine our pursuit of virtue. In the teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, life is about accepting what we cannot control and focusing on how we respond to it. Rejection falls into the category of things we cannot control. The Stoics believe that our power lies in our reactions, not in avoiding hardship, but in mastering how we deal with it. Today we will explore how to use rejection as a means to develop your character, embody Stoic virtues, and rise above adversity. 1. Rejection is feedback, not failure. The Stoics teach us that our external circumstances, including rejection, are beyond our control. What we control is how we respond to these events. When we face rejection, it's easy to see it as failure or a judgment of our worth. But the Stoic mindset challenges us to reframe this perspective. Rejection is simply feedback on our current efforts, not an assessment of our value. How to apply this? View rejection as a chance to examine your actions. What can you learn from the experience? Understand that failure is part of the natural order of things and that it's not the rejection that defines you, but how you handle it. Ask yourself, what can I change or improve upon to achieve my desired outcome? This mindset turns rejection into a valuable opportunity for growth. 2. Rejection builds resilience through acceptance. A Stoic accepts hardship as part of life. Rejection tests our resilience, but it is through our acceptance of difficulty that we become stronger. The Stoic virtue of endurance teaches us that every rejection we face is an opportunity to build emotional fortitude. The more we embrace challenges, the less power they have over us. How to apply this? Endure with grace. Accept rejection without becoming emotionally undone. Resist the urge to complain or blame. Instead, focus on your response and use the experience to build greater strength of character. Use each rejection to build resilience, not by avoiding discomfort, but by learning to endure and rise above it. 3. Use rejection as motivation for virtue. The Stoics believe that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by the development of virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Rejection provides us with the perfect opportunity to practice these virtues. Instead of allowing rejection to deflate your spirit, use it to cultivate inner strength and pursue your goals with renewed commitment. How to apply this? When faced with rejection, reflect on the Stoic virtue of perseverance. Keep moving forward no matter how many setbacks you encounter. Use rejection as a challenge to prove your resolve. Are you truly committed to your goal? Let rejection test your commitment to your purpose. Let your efforts be driven by a sense of inner purpose and virtue, not by the desire for external validation. 4. Rejection is not an end but a redirection. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot control the events of life, we can control how we interpret them. What appears to be a rejection may simply be life's way of redirecting us towards something more aligned with our true purpose. How to apply this? Understand that rejection may not be the end of the road, but the beginning of a new path that's more suitable for you. Embrace the idea that life has a way of guiding us, even when we don't see it at the time. Trust that rejection may be steering you towards something better. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let rejection guide you to a new opportunity. 5. Rejection builds inner confidence through Stoic control. The Stoic way of life is about focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what is not. Rejection often shakes our confidence because we tie it to external validation. But a Stoic understands that true confidence comes from within, from knowing that our worth is not contingent on the opinions of others. How to apply this? When rejected, remind yourself that external approval is not what defines you. Your worth comes from your character, not the opinions of others. Refuse to let external rejection diminish your self-belief. True confidence lies in knowing that you can always grow and improve. Rejection will no longer feel like a personal attack when you recognize that it is only the judgment of others, and not your own judgment of your worth. 6. Rejection teaches the Stoic virtue of emotional control. One of the core Stoic teachings is to control our emotions, especially in the face of adversity. When faced with rejection, we are often tempted to react with anger, disappointment, or frustration. But the Stoic way encourages us to accept rejection calmly and rationally, without letting it disturb our peace of mind. How to apply this? Practice emotional regulation by acknowledging your feelings, but not letting them control you. When you feel anger or sadness in response to rejection, remind yourself that emotions are temporary and do not define your ability to act virtuously. Cultivate the Stoic practice of equanimity, the ability to remain balanced and calm, no matter the circumstances. 7. Rejection is common to all, even the greats. The Stoics remind us that everyone, no matter how successful, has faced rejection. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all encountered hardships and rejection in their lives. Even the greatest minds in history were told they were not good enough. This is a universal truth. Rejection is not something that only happens to you, it happens to everyone who dares to try. How to apply this? Recognize that rejection is part of the human experience, not a reflection of your own inadequacies. Learn from the greats. Read the stories of individuals who faced rejection and still found success. These stories will help you accept rejection with grace. When you face rejection, remind yourself that you are in good company. The path to greatness is paved with failures and setbacks. 8. Rejection makes success sweeter and more meaningful. From a Stoic perspective, success is most valuable when it is earned through effort, struggle, and endurance. When we encounter rejection, it challenges us to grow, learn, and adapt. Thus, when success does finally come, it is much more meaningful because it was achieved despite setbacks. How to apply this? Embrace the struggle. The Stoic approach teaches us that our struggles are essential to our growth. Success achieved without difficulty is often fleeting and shallow. When you succeed after facing rejection, appreciate how much sweeter that success feels. The harder you work for something, the more fulfilling it will be. Remember, success is not just the goal but the journey, and rejection is a necessary part of that journey. 9. Rejection helps you find your true path. The Stoics understood that life is unpredictable and that rejection can sometimes guide us away from the wrong path. Not every opportunity is meant for us, and rejection can be a form of life's natural redirection. It helps us discern what truly aligns with our goals and values. How to apply this? Use rejection as a tool for reflection. Ask yourself, is this path really aligned with my true purpose? Trust that rejection may be life's way of guiding you toward something better. Stay open to new directions. Sometimes, the path that feels like a rejection is exactly the right one in the long run. 10. Rejection brings you closer to wisdom. In Stoic philosophy, wisdom is the highest virtue. It comes not from always succeeding but from learning to navigate the challenges and setbacks life throws at us. Rejection, when faced with wisdom, brings us closer to understanding our true potential. How to apply this? Use each rejection as an opportunity to reflect on your actions and decisions. What did you learn from this? Understand that the more you face rejection, the more you refine your ability to act with wisdom and virtue. Remember that wisdom grows through experience and reflection, both of which are enriched by the lessons rejection provides. Rejection, from a Stoic point of view, is not something to fear or avoid. It is an essential part of the journey toward personal development and wisdom. What matters is not the rejection itself but how you respond to it. Embrace rejection as a tool for growth, for strengthening your resilience, and for refining your pursuit of virtue. By applying these Stoic principles, you can transform rejection into one of your most powerful allies. As the Stoics say, the obstacle is the way. Thank you for watching, and if you found this valuable, like, comment, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom.